All right, welcome to the Monday night Wine Ambassador Opportunity Call. I won't repeat what I just greeted y'all with because those of you with hearing aids probably need a new battery change. I am so sorry for that. But Minnie Pearl, I love Minnie Pearl and grew up with her. So yeah, she's kind of, yeah, that howdy is in me. I'm just saying. All right, so are we ready to learn about this amazing wine club? Right? We're all ready to learn. Jenny says yes. Rita says yes. All right. Karen saying yes. All right. Good deal. So this wine club, if someone invited you here, the first thing you need to do is reach back to them and say, thank you so much for getting me on this call tonight. Because what you're about to hear from our very own CEO, Rory Rickard, is all the cool things that come in this wine club. And one of the coolest, the best part is the wine itself. And so Rory, I just did my wine unboxing for February this afternoon, and I got that new Tempranillo. I'm so excited. So Rory, bring us in. What else you got coming at us?
We got a lot going on, but that Tempranillo is a very awesome and good wine. And it's more on the rare side to get something like that from the Napa region, and you guys, you're gonna love it. That's the thing about what we have here is we have amazing, exclusive to us only wines you cannot get anywhere else but through Wine Ambassador. We literally have some incredible winemakers that we commission to make our wines. We sign off on it, and it's a really good relationship because they're really good at making wine, and making wine is a art. You have to know how to do things, especially when you're doing blends. Like, they have to have experience. I mean, lots of experience. And our winemakers are second and third generation, meaning their parents taught them how to make wine growing up so that they were able to take on that history and push that forward. And that's what we have working for our favor in creating the best of wines. Now, not all wines are equal. There are 85% of the wines in the United States are owned by conglomerates. Conglomerates care about the mighty dollar, not about the quality of the wine. And they buy up a lot of boutique wines, so they keep the labels, and that keeps us thinking it's great. And we might have bought into that label when they were a boutique wine, but now they're a mass-produced wine beverage product. And what we have committed to doing is keeping wines to the way they're supposed to be made properly. We don't speed the process up and add additives and flavor tricks to manipulate the wine as if it had been made properly. We just make it properly. If it takes 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, that's how long it takes. And when it's ready, we bottle it. It goes around the corner to our warehouse, and then it's shipped right to your door. We're not selling wine. We're selling wine of the month memberships to get the wine sent to their door. Our wine's made by an incredible team, and we do it in the following manner, where we want you to try new wines every month. It's a discovery program too, and we know you're going to get new wines, and new cabs and new varietals, different flavors of those. And we know that when you like them, you're going to order a custom case and get the wines you like. Because if you don't, they're going to be gone. They're only available until they're sold out. And that's how we roll here, I guess, as a way to say it. And it's an awesome business model as well, because we're able to deliver wines to your door that if you were to buy them in the normal retail channel, when it goes through different distribution points, that bottle of wine would sell in a retail situation for $80 to $120, and you're getting it for a fraction of that because we are shipping it right from us to your door. And we got rid of at least 5 points of distribution. And yeah, you're going to pay shipping. You're going to pay shipping anywhere you get it, right? The shipping cost gets paid to pass forward to the consumer. We have an amazing rate with UPS that we pass on to you that ships it right to your door. And you're going to get an incredible bottle of wine for a fraction of what it's worth on the retail market, and you can only get it through us. So if anybody likes our wines, they can only get it through a wine ambassador or as a referral from an existing wine ambassador member. That's it. That's the only way they can get the wines. And even when we do our nationwide marketing as a company, our global marketing as a company, we focus on both. When we market and bring customers in, we share those equally to our active Grand Cru members in a rotation. Grand Cru members is, our highest level here. That means you know what our Grand Cru wine. So we have amazing standard wines, and then we have that next level, that top tier wine, that very special wine. These are wines that would retail for $350 to $700 or more a bottle. We have those in our Grand Cru, and you get an amazing Grand Cru rate at that. And I'm going to walk you through that when I go through the comp plan and explain things. But what I want you guys to understand is we understand wine. We understand the way it's been done of old, the way they've done it. We're doing it in a new way. We are a disruption company. We're going right from the vineyard to the bottle to your door, and we're doing it with only fine wines, true wines, without additives, without added sulfites. See, those wines you get in the store, the wines that you think are called wines, they've been manipulated. They're a wine beverage, and they have so many additives that you would not want to consume in your body, but they don't have to list them, because it's not regulated like that. They don't have to put what's in the wine other than it contains sulfites. All wine contains sulfites. Proper wine contains sulfites that were made naturally in the fermentation process and the winemaking process. Artificial sulfites, where they add because they need to have sulfites to preserve the wine. And artificial versus natural is a difference in our bodies. And artificial means our body's going to have to exude more energy, exude more water. It's going to tire our system out. That's where the headaches are created. It just can't process an artificial sulfite as well as it can a natural sulfite, which breaks down in our body because it's natural, easier. Just putting the difference out there. Now, I'm going how we get paid and going more of the details. And I'm just going to spell out a couple things here. I brought the Grand Cru in the marketing. This is a passionate business owned by professional marketers that love wine. And we did this our way. And the thing about that is we all came together making incomes from professional marketing. And with that, my wife and I, Tanya, who's the compliance officer, we own lead generation companies. And because this is our passion business, we, from our family, not from Wine Ambassador to you, but from our family to you, we have paid marketing and training how to use that paid marketing available to all partners of ours that come into Wine Ambassador. To teach you how to market in ways that we've proven that brings customers in for what we do. So the person that brought you here, Stacy told you to tell them thank you. What you also need to realize is they just hooked you up with the number one reason people fail is we've got people to market to, reach out to grow this business with you. And also the people you bring in and they bring in, backed by a professional lead businesses. And again, from Tanya and I as your partner in this, yours and your family and the people you bring in to be additional ambassadors, we're here to support you in massive ways. The person that brought you here knows all about it, and they'll get you connected to the training and the leads that we have access to for you. And again, that's not from Wine Ambassador to you, that's from Rory and Tanya to you, and as passionate owners and operators of Wine Ambassador. We have some amazing ownership. I'll speak to him. We have an amazing CTO. His name is Peter. He's also one of our wine tasters. He and I, Tanya, and his mom actually taste the wines before we get them bottled. We've got trained tongues. We've been wine snobs for many decades, and we want to, put these things out there. And also, our names are on the labels, as well as labels that we've created based on different directions and stories of our lives. And our top producing wine ambassadors for these next few years, we've already had a couple already. They get to earn a label for the life of the business with us of a new varietal that rolls out every year. So Niall Eddy, who's on here, he's got a Niall Eddy Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir that's unbelievable. And then Donna Meyer, who's on here as well. I can see her on my thing. Donna's got a Donna Walker Cabernet Sauvignon that's unbelievable. And I think both are sold out now. We released them last fall. They don't last long. And we did big runs, a big boutique run. So, that's how it works. They'll have new ones coming out later this year, new varietals, new vintages of the same varietal. And they're already in barrels being made, and we'll be releasing those every year. And there's slots for 3 more this year and the next years, and we'll see who wins it this year. At our Grand Cru event, which is Labor Day, in Napa at our vineyards, where we do a big, huge Grand Cru. It's a celebration, right? We get to hang out as business partners in our own vineyards, drinking incredible wine, having amazing food and entertainment and all sorts of activities. And it's like what you'd see in the movie. And we got some great reviews of how we did it. It was unbelievable. We do it every year. So that being said, let's go to the compensation plan and kind of what's in it for you and where to go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. It's a very easy place to go. It's wineambassadorcompplan.com. I'll pull that up right now. Sorry about that. And there's 3 ways to get started. One is you can just become a customer. And we sign up customers. It's $100 a month plus about $30 in shipping. They get 4 incredible bottles of wine. And they're signed up on a smart ship where they get 4 shipped to them every month. And the smart ship and our membership packages for our ambassadors all are priced at the Grand Cru pricing. And then additional cases are bought at our member pricing based on discounts, based on your level of ambassadors. You know, being a representative of a wine business, you should be getting your wine for free. We have a way for you to do that. I'll get there in a second. But also, it's a very lucrative business to be part of. You know, whether you want to make hobby income or full-time career-based income, we have a home for you. And it's with wine. Wine is a very sexy, fun product. And especially when people understand what true fine wines are. And our wines are super delicious. And there's always new ones coming out the following month. It's just a lot of fun. So become a wine customer. It's $100 basically, right? And you get 4 incredible bottles of wine. To be in the business aspect, the opportunity, we have what's called ambassador. So become a wine ambassador. And we have estate members, reserve members, and Grand Cru members of ambassador. That's our 3 levels. And it's basically more, we know where your understanding is of our wines, the value of our wines, the taste of our wines, and the, you know, what we're standing behind. And based on your level in the business, you get a bigger discount on your additional cases of wine, your custom orders and additional cases. You get a bigger discount. So it's the standard price for a case of wine is $360. And then we have our Grand Cru pricing that's slightly more, you know, it's more than that. But I'm just going to go over the estate member. It's $300. And as an estate member, you get access to the full compensation plan. You get a case of incredible wine, and it's $300. It's less than buying a case as a member. We give it to you at the Grand Cru pricing because we want you to be part of our wine culture and understand our wines. And so when you become an estate member for $300, you get an incredible case of wine, and you get a 10% discount on additional cases. Then you can come in as a reserve member for $600, or you can upgrade from estate to reserve, pay the difference, get the difference. A reserve member is $600. You get 2 cases of our wine, and you know, it's a 15% discount on additional cases. Our Grand Cru membership is our highest level, right? It's 2 cases of our incredible wine, so it's basically everything you get as a reserve, and then it's a 6-bottle Grand Cru luxury box, and that's $600 for a total of $1,200 total. And that's our highest level in the membership of being an ambassador. Everybody has access to the same comp plans, but as a Grand Cru member, you get a 20% discount on additional cases of wine. You get a special Wine Snob Black Card, which gives you access to our events and a special treatment at some of our other events. And you get access to our corporate marketing. So we have our own websites that market our brands of wine. And when people go there and they sign up, the sign up is rotated to our active Grand Cru members. That's the biggest difference there. And then we have a third way to become part of it. We have states and countries where we're not shipping wine yet, or we can't legally, but we want you to be able to market with us. And so you can become part of our Grapevine Powerline system and be able to be participating in all the comp plan for the $59.95. And the person that brought you here understands that. And if you're in one of those situations, they know how to get you set up in that. And that's our 3 ways to become part of it. Then we got 5 ways to get paid. The first way is free wine. We want everybody to get free wine. You're representing it, right? So if you refer 1 customer, you're going to get free wine every 3 months. So once it accumulates 3 orders, January, February, March, you're going to get free wine in April. April, May, June, free wine in July. If you have 2 that are ordering every month consecutively, you're going to get free wine free wine credit of $99.95 every 2 out of 3 months. And if you have 3 or more, you're going to get free credit, a $99.95 credit on your account for wine every month. Then from your 4th customer forward, you're going to get a $20 acquisition bonus, and whether they're an ambassador or ambassador customer, because they order wine as well, or a customer, just a member, you're going to get $10 a month for every one of their orders they make, which is a great commission. And that's one way you get paid. And we have some of our top guys that add, 50 to 100 customers to their business a year. We have some that average more. We have some that average less, of course, but that's a great way to build up. We have some people making thousands of dollars a month just off that method alone. And it builds, and people like getting wine every month. It's a very awesome customer-driven business. Now, the wine starter kits, that's the kits I talked about before, where you come in as a estate, reserve, or grand cru. Every new person you bring in or recruit as an ambassador, when they get those starter kits, you get paid 50% of that. We actually consider it acquisition cost. We market with you and we partner with you on that. We know you're going to spend time to bring them in the right way, get them to our 10 to our Monday calls like we are right now, get them to our Wednesday wine and dine calls that we do where we pair wine and food pairings. We do that every Wednesday. It's a half hour earlier than this started. So 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on the same link you came here or on thewineanddineshow.com. And we have our members pairing, foods with wine. Appetizers, main dishes, desserts, etc. A lot of fun. And that's every Wednesday. And then Saturdays, we do trainings as well. But we know you're going to spend the right time to bring them in. So we made it worth your while and also invested with you. By the time we send the wine to them and pay that high commission, we're investing with you. We know that they're going to stick on once they try our wine for several months. And we're in this business together, right? So when they come in for 300, you're going to get 150. When they come in for 600, you're going to get 300. When they come in as a grand cru, you're going to get 600. So every new ambassador you bring in is worth upwards of 600. If they come in as an estate and you get 150, when they upgrade and they pay the difference, you're going to get 50%. So every new ambassador is worth literally $600 to you, upwards of $600. And we have one of the highest upgrade percentages I've seen in any business because our wine is there and they're tasting the wine, and it's a better deal for them to upgrade to an estate than to just buy a case custom. And so then by the time they've had two of our cases, it's impossible not to wonder, wow, if these wines are that good, how good could those Grand Crus really be? And then they upgrade to Grand Cru, and then they find out that, oh my gosh, those are amazing wines. And it's really important to understand that because most people we get to share this with aren't the people that go and spend $500 or $1,000 on a bottle of wine at a restaurant. They don't understand why wine would be worth that. And that's part of the education process here. Only we have access to incredible wines at incredible member pricing. It's the way it should be. We're disrupting the industry. We market our own brands. We're not distributing through any other distribution channel other than our ambassador channel. And that includes our customers referring other customers and obviously ambassadors. So that's our business model. And we have a long-term way to get paid. I call it our residual plan. And that is our binary compensation model and our check match on that. Binary means two. It's our fourth way of getting paid. Left and a right team, two teams. The person that's bringing you here is going to sign you up in one of their teams. Let's say it's the right team. That's the team they're going to help you build and stack that business underneath you. Once you sign up, from that point forward, anything brought in under that right team is shared volume that you can get paid for, whether you bring it in or the team brings it in. Now, there's qualifications for you, and I'll show you that in a second, but you're building one team, and we suggest that you build that one team, utilize our leads, utilize our training until you understand how to really do it, and then you open up and start building your other leg. The binary compensation plan works like this. Wine Wednesday of every week at midnight Eastern. The computer system takes a snapshot of the volume you have on your left team and your right team. And the lesser team's volume, you get 22% of that or up to 22% of that based on the volume generated. And that's every week. It's paid the following Friday. The check match is on your personal ambassadors that you bring in and teach how to build their binary out. And as they're getting paid in the binary compensation, you're getting a check match of either 30% or 50% of what they got paid as a bonus to you for helping them build that. Very simple, very lucrative. We have some of our top leaders making more money in the check match than they do in their own binary because they taught their teams right. And that's what it is. You get paid and rewarded for the ways we want to build the business. Now, you need to have 50 BV in your personal business, monthly personal sales to be active. And you're in the following. It's all based on rank. Rank is based on your level, which is 1 star to executive ambassador. And that's based on how many personals you brought in and how many customers you have, and then the team volume. And basically on the customers, we want you to get your wine for free. 3 customers, your wine is free. That means your cost to do the business is you get free wine. You get 4 incredible bottles of wine, and it just keeps you in the know of what we have coming out. Then we have volume requirement based on, to give your binary percentages and so forth. And that's the one thing that does have an asterisk on it. It's 2 teams. You need to have a minimum of 30% of the volume requirement from one team and no more than 70% of the volume required for that rank from the other team. 70-30 split. And that way, you're working the businesses, and usually people have one team that has more volume than the other. And this allows you to have a split and not have to have 50-50. It's a very fair compensation plan. And then based on how big you build in the business and the volume your team is doing all together, you get up to the 22%. And it's simple. You can go through it, but it's basically, get involved, get going, share and get customers, and help your ambassadors grow and get customers and get other ambassadors. And the more we do that, and the more we help everybody grow, the more we make. So I'm going to stop that. That's the end of the comp plan. Get with the person that brought you here. I'll tell you, our wine and dines on Wednesdays are absolutely phenomenal, amazing training, and you're going to be learning and tasting some incredible wines here. Welcome to Wine Ambassador. Get the person that brought you here. And that being said, I'm going to stop the recording. God bless, and I'll see you guys on Wine Wednesday.